Hi, I'm Michael Palazzolo with the LSU Ag Center, and today I'd like to visit with you about getting strawberries started in your garden. There's several different ways to do that, but the two most common ways are either starting with bare roots or with container plants. Now, it's going to be much more economical and cost-effective to start with bare roots. You can only get them certain times of the year, and you're going to want to get them started early because you see what you're starting with. You have a very good root system, but you just have the crown of the plant here, which is where it's going to put out its new leaves and flowers from. Now, depending what you're potting up into, if you're potting into a 4-inch pot, you may need to come through and take some of this excess root system out to about that level so that it fits in the 4-inch pot a little bit better. Now, if you're going to plant into this large azalea pot, which is my preference, you really don't need to do that because you can see where the root system would not go too far deep there. So you can just make a nice good trench there and then build up around it. Ideally, fan out the root system a little bit so that it has a good ways to get started. But if it gets to be too difficult, it's okay. It will find its way on its own as long as you don't have it like this, where it's all combined into one spot. Make certain to water it in real well. One thing about bare roots, they may be a bit dry when you get them. Store them with a little bit of moisture, possibly in a sealed plastic bag, and that'll help rehydrate them and give you a much better success rate getting started. Now, it can take a minute to get started. These are ones that I potted about a week ago, but you can see they're already putting out new leaves from that crown, and before long, in about 2 months or so, they should hopefully look like this. It may take 3 or so for slower varieties, but they'll get to this size in no time. Now let's revisit starting from 4-inch pots or other containers. You may have to start some specialty selections this way because this may be the only way they're offered. They're a bit more expensive because it costs a lot more to mail this to you than it does a bundle of these together, because you don't want this to be tousled and you want your label ideally to still be in there. Now for these, I start maybe about 2 to 3 in a pot. And that's something I forgot to mention with the bare roots. For this large size azalea pot, I like to start on the perimeters and let them grow and overhang. And this is a nice added benefit, is it lets your fruit hang over like this. So that'll help reduce a lot of disease pressure if you start along the perimeters as opposed to starting in the center here.